इकोलॉजी पढ़ेंगे और इस इकोलॉजी में मेरा मानना है कि आपको मैं कितना शॉर्ट और क्रिस्प वे में समझा सकूँ। तो ठीक है, चलिए शुरू करते हैं इकोलॉजी। 20 मिनट का लेक्चर होगा, ठीक है, 20 मिनट्स। चलिए, इकोलॉजी इट इज़ द स्टडी of relationship between organisms and their environment. Ecology it is the study of relationship between organism and their environment. NEET it describes how an organism or a population responds to the distribution. It describes how an organism or population responds to its distribution. Okay. Ecology is concerned with various levels. Ecology is concerned with various levels of biological organization. These are organism, population, species, community, ecosystem, biome, biosphere. So, ecological hierarchy: organism to population, population to community, species, ecosystem, biome, biosphere. So, ecology it is the study of relationship between organism and their environment. And NEET it describes how organism or population responds to the distribution. Ecology it is the study of relationship between organism and its environment. NEET it describes how the organism or population responds to its distribution. Ecological hierarchy आ सकता है organism to population, population से species, population to community, community to ecosystem, ecosystem to biome, biome to biosphere. That's it. Sum total of all biotic and abiotic factors that surround potentially influence organism without becoming their constituent part. Organism and its environment, sum total of all biotic and abiotic factors, substances and conditions that surround potentially influence organism without becoming their constituent part. So this diagram came desert, grassland, temperate forest, coniferous forest, tropical forest, Arctic and alpine tundra. Desert, grassland, coniferous forest, tropical forest. Sum total of all biotic and abiotic factors, substances and conditions that surround potentially influence organism without becoming their constituent part is known as organism and its environment. From Malay. Okay, good. The physiochemical components and biotic components determine the habitat of an organism. The physiochemical, abiotic components and biotic components determine the habitat of the organism. And biotic components determine the habitat of an organism. Components of organism, abiotic components are temperature, light, water, soil. Biotic, pathogen, parasite, predator, competitor. Pathogen, parasite, predator and competitors. Major abiotic factors: light, temperature, then water, then response to abiotic factor. Biotic factor: pathogen, parasite, predators, competitors. Abiotic factor: temperature, light, water, soil. Okay, temperature, light, water, soil. Mango tree, light. Sunlight is the main source of light. For many animals, light is important in that they use the diurnal and seasonal variations in light intensity and duration photoperiod as cues for their timing, their origin, reproductive and migratory activities. Okay. Temperature. It is the most relevant environmental factor. Sunlight is the main source of energy. For many animals, light is important in that they use the diurnal and seasonal variations in the light intensity and duration photoperiod as cues for their timing, their foraging, reproductive and migratory activities. Temperature, it is the most relevant environmental factor. It is the most relevant environmental factor. Okay. Many plants and animal functioning of enzymes and other physiological function of organism happens, and the average temperature on land varies seasonally, decreases progressively from the equator towards the poles and from the plains to the mountain tops. So it decreases from equator towards poles. Prince Bhargav, I am studying ecology. What are you studying, bro? Prince Bhargav. Nice to meet you, Prince Bhargav. The average temperature on land varies seasonally, decreases progressively from equator to the poles and from the plains towards the mountains. It is temperature, it is the most relevant environmental factor. It affects geographical distribution of many plants and animals, functioning of enzymes and other physiological functions of the organism. Next is light. The sun is the main natural source of light. For many animals, light is important in that they use the diurnal and seasonal variations in light intensity and durations photoperiod as cues for the timing their foraging, reproductive and migratory activities. Mango trees do not and cannot grow in temperate countries like Canada and Germany. Snow leopards are not found in Kerala forests. Tuna fish are rarely caught beyond tropical latitudes in the ocean. Sakshisha, well done, bro. Yes, thanks for wishing me well. Okay. So light is the main natural source of light. For many animals, light is important in that they use the diurnal and seasonal variations in light intensity and durations as cues for the timing their foraging, reproductive and migratory activities. Temperature, it is the most relevant environmental factor. It affects the geographical distribution of many plants and animals, functioning of their enzymes and other physiological conditions. The average temperature on land varies seasonally. From decrease progressively from equator towards the poles and from the plains to the mountain tops. Mango trees do not and cannot grow on Canada like countries Germany and Canada. Snow leopards are not found in Kerala, and tuna fish are rarely beyond tropical latitudes in the ocean. Right, my student?
Yes, so
Why are you not British?
I'm Indian, so
Natish, hello, hi, how are you and from where are you are? Temperature gradients over Earth's surface is called lapse rate, that is 6.4 to 6.5 degrees Celsius per 1000 meter altitude. Temperature gradient over Earth's surface is called lapse rate. What is lapse rate? You know? Bro, I'm from Mumbai. Okay, you from Mumbai, that's a very good place. I think I must visit that city, Mumbai. But your city, Dharavi, is worst place, I heard. Temperature gradient over Earth's surface is like lapse rate, that is 6.4 degrees Celsius to 6.5 degrees Celsius and per thousand surface. The temperature gradient over Earth's surface is called temperature gradient of Earth's surface is called temperature gradient of Earth's surface is called lapse rate. Lapse rate, you should know that. On the basis of ability of organism to tolerate variations in surrounding temperature are two types, stenothermal and stenothermal. এই আমার কথা বলতে বেশি লোক আসছে। Stenothermal, they live in narrow range of temperature throughout the year, like polar bears, lizard, amphibians, plants like fish, have coconut. Eurythermal, these organisms can tolerate wide range of temperatures. Example, most mammals and birds. Stenothermal, example, polar bear, lizard, amphibian, plants like fishes, Piscia, abies, coconut. Eurythermal, these organisms can tolerate a wide range of temperature variations, most mammals and birds. Water is the most another important factor influencing the life. Euryhaline organism that can tolerate a wide range of salinity. Stenohaline organisms which are restricted to a narrow range. Euryhaline, wide variety of organisms that can tolerate wide range of salinities. Stenohaline organism that cannot tolerate wide range of stenothermal organism that live in narrow range, like do not. Okay, UV thermal organism can tolerate a wide range of temperature. Example, mostly mammals and birds, and stenothermal, they live within narrow range like amphibians, Lichea, amphibian lizard, abies, coconut, polar bear, plants like Fischia. Responses to yellow. Why are you laughing, my student?
क्या?
Why are you smiling like a shit? Why are you smiling like this?
सर पौधा सुनना मालूम
Amit,
बड़ा अच्छे सर
Vipu. Vipu is such a good man. I like Vipu. Response to abiotic factors. The maintenance of constant internal environment of osmotic concentration of body fluids by an organism in its body despite drastic changes in external conditions is called homeostasis. Responses to abiotic factors. The drastic change, the maintenance of constant internal environment or osmotic concentration of body fluids by an organism in its body despite drastic changes in external condition is called homeostasis. Okay, homeostasis. The maintenance of constant internal environment of osmotic concentration of body fluids by an organism in the despite body drastic changes in external condition is known as homeostasis. Biochemical reactions and physiological functions proceed maximal efficiency in the presence of internal environment that increase the overall fitness of the species. Okay, so these are the responses. Oh, okay, so now we will read about flashcards. What is ecology? It is the study of relationship between organism and their environment. Define NEET describes how an organism or population responds to a distribution of their resources and competitors. Arrange the ecological hierarchy in increasing order: organism, population, community, biomes, ecosystem, biosphere. What determines the habitat of an organism? The physiochemical, abiotic and biotic components besides the biotic and the physiochemical, abiotic and biotic competitive components decide the habitat of an organism.
हाँ
What happened?
नाटक करना एक्टिंग कर लग
How do you crack? I know that. Name the major component, biotic components: parasite, pathogen, predators, competitors. These are biotic components. What is the main natural source of light for organisms? Sunlight. What is photoperiod? Photoperiod is the duration of light exposure. It helps in animals in foraging, reproduction and migration activity. What is the most relevant environmental factor? Temperature. How does temperature affect organism? It affects geographical distribution, enzyme functioning and psychological. How does an land temperature vary with the location? It decreases progressively from the equator to the poles and from the plains to the mountain tops. Why can mango trees grow? Kerala, why are snow leopards not found in unstable climate? What is tuna fish rarely found? Because they prefer warm tropical waters and cannot survive in colder latitudes.
বলতো আমরা প্রাইমারি কনজিউমার কখন আমরা এমনি থেকে সেকেন্ডারি কিংবা টার্সিয়ারি তখন তো বকরি তারপর বকরি থেকে ছিল কেনা মুরগি থেকে যখন আমরা শাক সবজি খাই
তখন প্রাইমারি, তখন তো হাও করে খেয়ে নিচ্ছি ওই অটো টপস। কে বলছে? ভিপু? What is temperature lapse rate on Earth's surface? Organisms that live within narrow range of temperature throughout the year: polar bear, lizard, amphibians, Piscia abies, coconut. Who are euthermal organisms? Organisms that can tolerate a wide range of temperature variation, example most mammals and birds. What is the difference between euryhaline and stenohaline organisms? Euryhaline can tolerate a wide range of salinities, while stenohaline restricts a narrow range. Define which are ability to maintain a constant internal environment temperature despite external regulators. In the three response regulators, three organisms show to abatic state. The organism that maintain homeostasis by physiological means. Okay guys, so today it's done, and tomorrow we will do another lecture of this chapter, that is organism and its population. So I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you very much.